Imagine a life where every obstacle before you vanishes, where challenges that once seemed insurmountable dissolve like mist in the morning sun. This is not a dream or a distant possibility, it is a reality waiting for you to claim. The power to remove every hurdle, to clear every path, lies not in the external world but within you. God, the infinite and all loving force, is not separate from you, He resides in the depths of your own being. When you align your thoughts and emotions with this divine power, there is no mountain too high, no barrier too strong. Today, we will explore how to awaken this truth, harness your inner divinity, and step into the life of freedom and fulfillment you were always meant to live. The power of faith and imagination is the cornerstone of transforming your life and overcoming every obstacle. Faith is not a vague hope or fleeting wish, it is the unwavering belief that what you desire is not only possible but already accomplished. It is the confidence in the unseen, the assurance that the invisible forces of God are working ceaselessly on your behalf. Imagination, on the other hand, is the divine tool given to every human being to create, reshape, and manifest their reality. Together, faith and imagination become the instruments through which God removes all obstacles from your life. To understand this power, we must recognize the profound truth that the external world is a reflection of our inner state. Every obstacle you face is not a fixed reality, but a projection of your own consciousness. When you allow doubt, fear, or disbelief to dominate your thoughts, these energies shape the circumstances around you. But when you choose to shift your focus and see through the eyes of faith, imagining the outcome you desire with clarity and conviction, the external world must conform. This is the law of creation, the divine principle through which God operates. Faith requires you to believe in things unseen, to trust that what you desire exists in a higher realm, waiting to be called into physical existence. This trust is not passive, it is an active state of knowing. You do not hope that the obstacle will be removed, you know it already has been. This certainty moves mountains not because of your human strength, but because it activates the infinite power of God within you. When you align with this power, you cease to struggle. Instead, you step into a flow where solutions appear, paths open, and challenges dissolve effortlessly. Imagination is the means by which you participate in this divine process. It is not mere daydreaming, but a deliberate act of creation. When you imagine, you give form to the formless. By seeing yourself beyond the obstacle, living in the reality where the challenge no longer exists, you create a blueprint for your life that God's power fulfills. This is why Neville Goddard often emphasized the importance of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you close your eyes and vividly see yourself already free from the obstacle, and when you feel the emotions of joy, relief, and gratitude as though it is already done, you are aligning with God's creative force. Many people limit themselves because they rely solely on their physical senses. They look at the obstacle and see it as an immovable object. But faith and imagination transcend the senses. They operate on a higher plane where all possibilities exist. When you understand that the obstacle is an illusion, a temporary manifestation of past thoughts and beliefs, you can rise above it. Instead of focusing on the problem, you fix your mind on the solution. Instead of dwelling on the difficulty, you imagine the ease and freedom on the other side. This shift in focus is the key that unlocks divine intervention. Faith and imagination also require persistence. The world may present you with evidence that contradicts your belief. The obstacle may seem more real than ever, but this is the moment when you must stand firm. God does not fail, and the power within you is unshakable. By continuing to believe and imagine the solution, you demonstrate your trust in this divine power. This persistence signals to the universe that you are unwavering, and in response, the universe must yield. Finally, gratitude amplifies the process. When you express gratitude for the solution as though it is already yours, you cement your faith. Gratitude is the acknowledgement that the work is done even before you see it with your physical eyes. It is a declaration of trust in God's timing and wisdom. This attitude not only removes resistance but accelerates the manifestation of your desires. Faith and imagination are the dynamic dual through which God's power flows into your life. Together, they transform obstacles into stepping stones, challenges into victories, and dreams into reality. When you understand and apply this truth, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Oneness with God is the foundational truth that unlocks the limitless potential within you. To understand this concept is to grasp the profound reality that God is not a distant being residing in some far off realm, but is the very essence of your being. This realization changes everything. It is the moment you stop searching outside yourself for answers, solutions, or power and begin to recognize that the infinite resides within you. You are not separate from God, you are an extension of Him, endowed with His creative power and boundless wisdom. This unity is the key to removing every obstacle in your life. When you live with the awareness of your oneness with God, you understand that the challenges you face are not insurmountable forces beyond your control. They are opportunities to awaken to your divine nature. Obstacles appear daunting only when you perceive yourself as separate from the source of infinite power. But the moment you align yourself with the truth that God's is your strength, His wisdom your wisdom, and His power your power, the weight of those challenges begins to lift. You no longer approach life with a sense of limitation or lack, because you know that the source of all abundance and possibility flows through you. This oneness is not just a spiritual concept to ponder, it is a living reality to experience. To feel united with God, you must cultivate an inner stillness and awareness that transcends the distractions of the outer world. This begins with quieting the mind through meditation, prayer, or reflective thought. In these moments of silence, you can feel the divine presence within you. It is a feeling of peace, assurance, and profound love and knowing that you are never alone. When you connect with this presence, the fears and doubts that create obstacles lose their power. The light of God within you dispels the darkness of uncertainty, revealing the clear path forward. Oneness with God also means embracing your role as a co-creator of your reality. God works through you, not apart from you. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are the tools through which divine power shapes your life. If you focus on fear, lack, or resistance, you block the flow of this creative energy. But when you align your thoughts with love, faith, and possibility, you open the floodgates for God's power to move through you and remove every hindrance in your way. This alignment is an act of trust, a surrendering of your human doubts to the higher wisdom of the divine. It is also essential to recognize that this oneness means that God's desires are your desires. The dreams and aspirations you hold are not random, they are divine impulses planted within you. These desires are God's way of guiding you toward your purpose. When obstacles arise, they are not signs that your desires are unattainable. Instead, they are invitations to deepen your trust in the divine and to reaffirm your unity with God. By holding steadfast to your vision and trusting that the power within you is greater than any external challenge, you activate the miraculous forces that dissolve barriers. This unity also brings an unshakable confidence. When you fully embrace your oneness with God, you no longer live in fear of failure or rejection. You understand that the infinite intelligence guiding the universe is the same intelligence guiding your life. There is no room for doubt because you know that all things work together for your highest good. This confidence allows you to move forward boldly, regardless of the obstacles before you, knowing that they are temporary and subject to the power of the divine within you. Gratitude is a natural expression of this oneness. When you feel united with God, you cannot help but be thankful for His presence in your life. This gratitude is not just for the blessings you can see, but also for those yet to come. It is an acknowledgement that God's power is always at work, even when the results are not immediately visible. By living in gratitude, you magnify your connection to the divine and accelerate the process of removing obstacles. To live in oneness with God is to live in freedom. It is the freedom to trust, to create, and to overcome. It is the understanding that no obstacle can stand against the infinite power within you. When you fully embody this truth, you step into a life of grace, where challenges transform into stepping stones, and every path is cleared before you. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled is to step into the creative power that shapes your reality. This principle, so profoundly taught, invites you to embody the state of already having what you desire, even before it physically appears. It is not about hoping or wishing, but about knowing and feeling with conviction that your goal is already achieved. This is the secret to manifesting miracles and removing obstacles from your life. By living as if the solution has already occurred, you align yourself with the infinite power of God, which responds to your inner state by reshaping the outer world. Every experience in life begins within you. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs create a vibrational blueprint that the world mirrors back to you. If you constantly dwell on the problem, lamenting its presence and feeling the weight of its difficulty, you perpetuate its existence. The mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts as true the feelings and states you hold within. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled means to bypass the evidence of the senses and immerse yourself in the reality of your desire as though it is already complete. This practice requires faith and discipline. Faith because you must trust in the unseen power of God to bring about the circumstances needed to fulfill your vision. Discipline because the mind is often tempted to return to the familiar patterns of worry and doubt. But when you persist in living in the end, in feeling the joy, relief, and gratitude of your fulfilled wish, you create a powerful magnetic field that draws the circumstances, people, and events necessary to materialize your vision. It is essential to engage your imagination vividly and emotionally. Close your eyes and create a detailed mental scene that implies your wish is already a reality. If you desire freedom from an obstacle, imagine what your life would look and feel like once it is removed. What would you see? Who would you be with? What would you hear them say? Most importantly, how would you feel? That feeling is the key, for it is the language through which you communicate with the divine power within. When you feel deeply that your desire is fulfilled, you activate the creative forces of the universe to bring it into being. Living in the end also means letting go of how the human mind often fixates on figuring out the steps or controlling the process. But this is not your concern. The how is the domain of God, whose wisdom and power far exceed human understanding. Your responsibility is to stay in the state of the wish fulfilled, trusting that divine intelligence will orchestrate the perfect sequence of events. When you release the need to control and instead rest in the feeling of completion, you allow the divine to work unhindered. Obstacles often arise as tests of your commitment to this principle. They are not signs of failure, but opportunities to deepen your faith. When faced with challenges, return to your imagined scene and anchor yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Refuse to give energy to doubts or fears. Instead, reaffirm your belief that the outcome is already secured. This persistence strengthens your connection to the divine power and accelerates the removal of barriers. Gratitude plays a vital role in this process. By expressing gratitude for your wish as though it is already achieved, you reinforce the state of completion. Gratitude is a declaration of trust in God's ability to fulfill your desires. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from waiting to receiving. This attitude of thankfulness not only aligns you with the vibration of your fulfilled wish, but also opens your heart to receive the blessings that follow. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled is to live as a creator, not a victim. It is to recognize that you are not at the mercy of circumstances, but are instead shaping them through your inner state. When you embody this principle, obstacles lose their power over you. They become insignificant in the face of the divine force moving through you. You step into a realm where limitations dissolve and infinite possibilities unfold. By persistently living in the state of your fulfilled wish, you align with the divine flow and miracles become your natural experience. Challenges and obstacles often seem like insurmountable barriers, impossible to overcome. Yet in reality, they are mere illusions, projections of our own thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. This idea is central to understanding that obstacles are not permanent fixtures in our lives, they are transitory and can be dissolved once we recognize them for what they truly are, illusions. So, the mind, when clouded with fear or doubt, creates these apparent obstacles, making them seem far more real and significant than they truly are. But once we awaken to the truth of their illusory nature, they begin to lose their power and eventually fade away. At the heart of this understanding is the recognition that nothing exists outside of our consciousness. The world we perceive is simply a reflection of our inner state. If we are living in a state of fear, anxiety, or resistance, the world mirrors back those emotions in the form of external obstacles. These challenges appear real because we believe in them, giving them energy and attention. When we shift our inner state, the outer world begins to shift as well, and the obstacles that once seemed so formidable become insignificant. The key to overcoming obstacles lies in realizing that they are not inherently real, but are a result of our beliefs. If we believe that an obstacle is insurmountable, it becomes so. If we believe that the universe is against us or that we are powerless in the face of challenges, we perpetuate those beliefs and the obstacles continue to appear. But when we choose to see through the illusion, when we recognize that we are one with the infinite power of God, the obstacles lose their grip on us. This shift in perception requires faith. Faith is the ability to trust in a reality that goes beyond what we can see with our physical eyes. When we are confronted with a challenge, the world may present evidence that seems to support the existence of the obstacle. But faith invites us to see beyond this surface level reality. It asks us to trust in the unseen forces that are always at work behind the scenes, aligning everything for our highest good. The obstacle is not as solid as it seems. It is only a temporary illusion, and when we align with the truth of our divine nature, that illusion begins to dissolve. A powerful way to dismantle the illusion of obstacles is to immerse ourselves in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When we live in the state of already having overcome the challenge, the obstacle no longer holds any power over us. The mind cannot differentiate between past, present, or future. When we vividly imagine and feel ourselves living in the reality where the obstacle is gone, beyond, the universe begins to shift to align with that vision. The key is to believe in the resolution, to feel it, and to know that the challenge no longer exists in the realm of possibility. It is a done deal, and with this certainty, the obstacle begins to fade from our experience. This understanding also invites us to release our attachment to the struggle. For many people, facing obstacles can become a form of identity. We may identify with being a fighter or survivor, constantly battling against the forces that seem to oppose us. But the truth is, struggle is not required for growth or success. When we release the need to struggle, we open ourselves to the flow with divine assistance. The universe is not working against us, but with us. And by surrendering our attachment to the idea of resistance, we allow the divine to work in ways we cannot always see or understand. Gratitude is a powerful tool in this process. When we are grateful for the solution, even before we see it manifest, we align with the energy of abundance and transformation. Gratitude signals to the universe that we trust in the process and that we know without a doubt that the obstacle is already removed. It shifts our focus from lack and limitation to possibility and potential. As we express gratitude for the solution, we reinforce the belief that the obstacle no longer exists, and the universe responds by aligning circumstances in our favor. Obstacles, in their true essence, are not external forces, they are reflections of our internal state. When we change the way we think and feel about challenges, we dissolve the illusion of their power. The power to remove obstacles lies within us. And as we align with the infinite wisdom and strength of God, these challenges lose their hold on our lives. They become stepping stones, moments of growth, and opportunities to deepen our faith. In truth, there are no obstacles, there is only the opportunity to embrace the reality of who we truly are and to recognize that we are capable of overcoming anything that comes our way. The moment we see through the illusion, we awaken to the limitless possibilities that exist before us. Gratitude is a powerful and transformative force that has the ability to accelerate the removal of obstacles from your life. When we express gratitude, we align ourselves with the vibration of abundance and acceptance, which in turn attracts solutions to every challenge we face. The practice of gratitude is not simply about acknowledging what we already have, but about expressing a deep and unwavering appreciation for what is on its way, what is already done in the realm of divine possibility. When we adopt an attitude of gratitude, especially in the face of difficulties, we communicate to the universe that we trust in the divine plan and the infinite wisdom that is orchestrating our lives. The act of gratitude goes far beyond mere words of thanks. It is a state of being, a way of living. To be truly grateful is to see beyond the surface level appearance of challenges and to trust that, even in adversity, there is a greater good at work. It is about recognizing that the obstacles you face are not permanent, nor are they meant to stop you. They are instead part of the journey that leads to your growth and ultimate success. When you express gratitude for the obstacles, you are acknowledging that they are simply stepping stones, necessary components of your personal transformation. By doing so, you activate the divine energy that works to remove them from your experience. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack and limitation to abundance and possibility. When you are grateful, you are no longer focused on the problems at hand. You are focused on the solution, on the eventual outcome, where you are free from the obstacle. This shift in focus is crucial. Many people get caught in a cycle of frustration and worry when faced with challenges, but this only perpetuates the problem. The more you worry about the obstacle, the more real it becomes. But when you turn your attention to the solution and express gratitude for it as though it has already arrived, you change the energy surrounding the situation. You stop giving the obstacle power and you start empowering the solution. Gratitude also reinforces your belief that everything is working out for your highest good. It allows you to trust that the divine plan is far greater than what your limited human mind can comprehend. Often we cannot see how the pieces of the puzzle fit together in the moment, but by practicing gratitude, we affirm our belief that there is a higher wisdom guiding us. Gratitude becomes a declaration of faith that the solution is already in motion, even if it is not yet visible to the physical senses. This deep trust in the divine plan clears the path for the miraculous to occur. By expressing gratitude for the removal of obstacles before they have even been removed, you are stepping into the state of the wish fulfilled. When you live in the end, when you feel as though the obstacle is already gone, you align yourself with the vibration of success. This is the key to manifesting change in your life. Gratitude is the emotional and energetic frequency that connects you to the divine flow of abundance. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are in a state of openness, and that you are no longer resisting the natural flow of life. The more you express gratitude, the more the universe responds by bringing you closer to your desired outcome. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is that it helps you maintain an unwavering focus on your desired reality. The external world is filled with distractions and contrary evidence, especially when obstacles seem to stand in your way. It is easy to get lost in the appearance of things, to feel as though the world is against you. But gratitude pulls your attention back to the truth. It serves as a reminder that everything you need is already in motion, and the removal of obstacles is not a matter of if but when. When you practice gratitude, you strengthen your ability to persist in the face of challenges, to stay aligned with your vision, and to remain confident in the outcome. Gratitude also fosters resilience. It is easy to become disheartened when obstacles seem unmovable, but when you choose to be grateful, you tap into a well of inner strength. This strength is rooted in the knowledge that the divine presence is always at work, removing barriers, opening doors, and guiding you toward your highest good. Gratitude shifts you from a state of resistance to one of acceptance, from struggle to ease, and from fear to love. It is a powerful tool for overcoming any difficulty because it reminds you that you are never alone and that the universe is always working in your favor. As you continue to cultivate gratitude, you will notice that the obstacles in your life begin to shrink in significance. They no longer seem so formidable because you have shifted your perspective. You no longer see them as unyielding barriers, you see them as temporary challenges, moments in time that are already on their way to resolution. Gratitude allows you to stay grounded in the truth of your oneness with God, knowing that as you trust in the divine power within, the obstacles will inevitably dissolve. By embracing gratitude in every moment, you activate a cycle of abundance and divine intervention. The more you express gratitude, the more the universe delivers. It is a law, a universal principle that cannot be denied. Gratitude is the key that opens the door to the infinite, and through it, all obstacles are removed from your life, making way for a reality filled with freedom, peace, and fulfillment.